Today we're out showing you around Manor, Texas.
Now Manor has already experienced a lot of growth, but there's so much more to come.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, like we said, we are here in Manor, and you know, I want to tell you a little bit about where Manor is exactly. So, you know, we're pretty close to a lot of things.
Definitely, Jared. Yeah, for starters, I mean, we're only about 23 minutes away from downtown Austin. We're really close to just about everything. I mean, you have the Domain 18 minutes away from here. The city of Manor, I feel like it's going to have all of your essentials, but I'm not sure if you want to jump into that.
Yeah, you do have a lot of that here. Another one I do want to mention too, that for a lot of people might be relocating, Tesla's like 15 minutes away.
Definitely,
you know?
Down the toll road.
Yeah, that is the other thing to say. To get there in that time, you are on the toll road. To get there and going into Austin, you are on the toll road, at least for a little bit. They're on 292.
But there are options. You can like not to go on the toll road, but yeah, if you're in a hurry, need to get there quick. The fastest way to get there. I mean, yeah, you have that toll road option.
If you want to see more of these videos like this, where we're getting out showing you Manor, other places like it around the Austin area, you gotta get down there, hit that subscribe button, and click the bell so you get notified when our new videos come out. We're out shooting them like this all the time. You definitely don't want to miss it. We're now getting back into the stuff that is here in Manor for the people who maybe today you don't want to drive out to the Domain or up to Round Rock or downtown. What is it that you do have here right in Manor?
I mean, for starters, I mean, today right now we're at Shadow View. It's a small shopping center here in Manor. You have all of what I'd say like your essentials. I mean, every town always needs a McDonald's, a Starbucks, and then you know, some of our major fast food chains. You have Shipley's Donuts, you have Pizza Hut, Domino's, Sonic right across the street. So I mean, you have things to do, things to eat, but of course, I mean, it's small and it's still growing. Just a lot more to come. We'll touch up on that here soon.
Yeah, well, I'm also say you've got a good big development farther down the road. Supposedly you've got HEB coming. Right now you want to go to HEB, you got to go out to Elgin or go up to
Austin.
Get Pflugerville, Round Rock. You know, you got to go to all these others. You do have a pretty new Walmart. I don't know how old the Walmart is exactly, but it's pretty new.
The Walmart has been established, has been here for a while, but I mean, it is going to be like the main grocery option here in Manor.
Yeah, and so you've got basically all your essentials. You got your grocery options. You do have, I would say, you don't have a ton. I don't feel like you've got a ton of local restaurants. There is one though we're about to go check out because I'm getting pretty hungry.
That's true.
So we're gonna go get us some lunch, and we'll tell you how that is too. Man, that actually turned out to be pretty good. First time me trying it.
That was awesome.
Yeah. In Manor. So you know, I'm always putting this stuff in video. I'm hoping it's going to be good, so I can talk about it's good because I want to tell you the truth. And yeah, if you're here in Manor, you want to check out the Good Luck Grill. They got good food. Obviously, they had the chicken fried steak. They had what you have?
Grilled sandwich. What would you rate this place?
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 stars out of 5.
Yeah, I think I would give it a 4.
4.
I think a 4. So it's a solid 4.
Pretty solid rate, and not just the food too. You got like a place out back where you can, you know, if you bring your kids up here, they'll run around and play. Or I imagine in the summer they got more set up back there. It is technically winter, even though it's getting kind of warm today. I probably need to take this hoodie off again, but
that's right.
You know, you want to be close to stuff like this though. You want to be part of the growth, right? The growth that's happening in Manor. You want to know where you can live. What's the housing situation like? So there's a lot we can talk about there.
That's true. That's true. So housing is definitely coming up next. Do you think Manor might be the place for your new home? Hit me up. Call, text, or email, whatever it takes to get a hold of me. We get you moved out here to Manor or anywhere in the ATX.
As far as housing here in Manor, if you're liking it so far, here's a good option for you right here. We're in Shadow Glen.
That's right.
Which is, I guess it's been around for a little bit, but they've got a lot of new development going on in here too.
True. Yeah, I mean, Shadow Glen started building in 2005. And right now we are in a newer part of Shadow Glen. Houses here are all new construction. So yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, and so this section here, I think we're pretty much in the high fives, around 600,000 for, you know, a house like what you got right there. This one with Guillen Homes. And you know, there's kind of a good range in this neighborhood too, because in the older section I think you can get, you know, in the 3s, maybe even in the lower 3s for part of the older section.
True.
Kind of working up.
Yeah, so right as you pull up, right where the golf course is at, I mean, all those houses start like in the 300s, so definitely affordable. But yeah, as you come further in, that's where you start seeing homes like these, like in the 600s, you know, on the higher end.
Yeah, and so there's some things in between, and I mean, this neighborhood's got some good features too. You got like a big clubhouse with the pool and a water slide. I don't know how many neighborhoods have a water slide. I think the pool's common, but that's pretty neat. You got a water slide.
That is true. Yeah, no, not a lot of that here, but the people here in Shadow Glen, that's definitely a pro for them.
Yeah, but like you said, the golf course. But you got this neighborhood here, Presidential Meadows, another big one that's here. And both of these have kind of been here for a little bit.
True. So yeah, our two, I guess, most established ones would be Shadow Glen and Presidential Meadows. We even have Presidential Glen just a little bit further down the road. But those are just our established communities. Now, as you drive a little bit further out, you have newer communities like Lagos, Whispering Winds, even Wild Horse Ranch. So those are the newer ones coming to Manor.
Yeah, so you got all those developments. You can go a little bit out of town too. You got Whisper Valley. So I think the point I'm trying to make here is that there's really just a ton of new development, new neighborhoods coming here to Manor. And one thing too, to show you, and I'll show you from the front, we got a clip. That back there is the school. So a lot of these neighborhoods will come in, and along with the plan, the master plan community aspect of the neighborhood, is the school is part of that too. So you get new elementary school or schools coming in with that. So a lot of those will have that or have had that in here. So it's just something you're not cramming into the existing school system.
Definitely.
They are expanding that now. I believe that takes time. It is growing fast.
Of course.
And that one back there, I don't know exactly when they built that school, but you do have that there. And so that kind of brings to another thing to talk about, which is the schools. Now, speaking of the schools here in Manor, and this is the high school here behind us, and most of the schools, actually, if you look down this road, is where they all were up until recently. But there's been a ton of growth here. And like I said, they built that new elementary school over here. Like the home we're doing a video. There's even more going on here. There's lots of new schools around Manor, right?
That's so true. Yeah, Jared. So these are like the original Manor High School. You have Manor Middle School and Elementary, but yes, this entire ISD is growing. Already serving about 10,000 students just in this ISD alone. It is smaller compared to some of the other ones in the Austin area, but definitely a growing ISD for sure.
Yeah, and to another thing to kind of note, you've got kind of a new, I guess, I don't know if you call it experimental, a little different model with the new Tech High School and Middle School.
Yeah.
Over here across on the other side of 290, which is kind of a unique deal that you can get in. We could probably do a whole nother video about that different deal going on there. But with all the growth, you're seeing all the new elementary schools, and you kind of, if you start looking at ratings, you'll see the whole school district, it's not rated as highly as maybe some others you look at.
Right.
It is obviously improving with all the new growth. You can see that, in the overall rating. I think niche.com or niche.com had it at a C+.
C+.
But you'll see a lot of the individual schools starting to get that BB plus rating, working up in those elementary schools and more. But you might like the smaller districts. You might like the class sizes. They have a 15-to-1 student teacher ratio. So that is something that you get here.
Definitely. And what I can say to that is it's such a growing community, such a growing ISD. Of course, I mean, you mentioned the ratings on niche.com and some of the other websites, but it's with all this growth, you're going to get newer schools. Like you mentioned, you already have newer schools in just some of these communities alone, and all that's pretty much going to build higher ratings throughout as the city starts to grow.
And now we have to talk about probably what is one of the biggest complaints here in Manor.
Property taxes, unfortunately.
They can be pretty rough.
Yep.
And so what are we looking at?
Yeah, so here in Manor in particular, we're looking at an average 2.9, so that is pretty on the high end. Here in Texas, I mean, you do have high property taxes, but Manor's where you're probably going to get the highest. I mean, it's just the location of where we're at, all the new developments going on. Where we're just at Shadow Glen, we're at about 2.88, so pretty close to that average.
That's the average there.
But yeah, I mean that's kind of be on the high end here in Manor, unfortunately.
Yeah, so obviously that is going to be one of the big cons of Manor if this is the place that you are considering strongly making a move to. And if that is you want to get all this info, we want to get into the pros and cons and give you all this information. So to do that, we're actually going to jump over to this video right here, give you all those pros, all the cons. Check it out. We'll see you there. Some awesome cons. You're gonna love the cons.
You're gonna love the cons more than you do the pros. All right, here we go.
I've been right.